dashboard, but then you'll have the sun straight in the lens, so I won't do that. Out for a bit of exploration today. I'm just going up a road. I've often wondered where this road goes. Never looked on a map to see where it goes. I'm hoping it somehow links up with where I've been before, and I can hopefully get to where I wanted to go for a bit of a bushwalk. So we'll see how we go. I didn't get out of home until about 20 to 11 after doing a couple of chores. It's now 25 past 11 on Saturday, the 15th of May in Australia. Yeah, so I'll get back to you when I've got something to show you. Cheerio. Okay, stick you on the dashboard. Hopefully you'll stay there on the little tripod for a little while. Well, that was a pretty awesome drive. That road turned out to be Belthorpe Range Road, and it just kept going up and up and up and up, and lots of twists and turns, and quite frankly I'm amazed I didn't see any motorbikes, because it looks like the sort of track they'd love. It's gone to dirt now, about a kilometre back, and this is going where I hoped it would go. So I'm just going to try and hold the camera still, because you seem to be bouncing around a bit. This goes to the old Brandon's Mill site, which is one place I actually planned on going past anyway. And yeah, not the sort of road you can do a high speed on, not unless you've got really good suspension. Yeah, the places where I thought I'd be able to show you some really good views, there was nowhere to stop on the side of the road, and most of the places where you could stop, there were too many trees to see anything anyway. Still a few private properties. This is Belthorpe State Forest, Belthorpe National Park, but there still seems to be a few private properties scattered about. It drops off to the left quite steeply. Fairly thick forest, a lot of bracken. Well, what you can see straight ahead is pretty much what you see off to the sides. So anyway, I'm going to put you away again for a little bit, and unless I see something between here and the mill, I'll talk to you at the mill. So I'll start here because there's a couple of cars up near the main parking area. Sounds like they're about to leave. This is part of the old mill, the gantry. Not sure when this area was used for logging last, but it was quite a while ago, I would think. We'll go for a walk up this way. Oh, that's good, the other people are leaving. I won't look like such a twit talking to a camera. I'll just look like my normal twit. Not sure if everything's labelled up here, I can't remember. I do have quite a few photographs from a visit here once before. Not sure what that was the base of. If you haven't been here before, it's worth coming to have a look. At the moment there's plenty of shade where the parking area is, so you could boil a billy, have a cup of tea. Okay. The crane pivot. No prizes for guessing when there's signs. I realised on the way here there's a couple of things I forgot. I didn't bring my gloves, I didn't bring my walking stick, and something else, can't remember what. You have to wonder, with a piece of steel 2 inches thick, what it actually took to bend that. Over here we have the frame saw and the pit behind it. I'm just wondering if there's any old footage of this mill when it was in operation. I might have a bit of a investigation on the internet when I get home. Fairly serious teeth on the blades. Tracks and dollies for feeding the logs in, or rather out, because this is the outside. And what's left of the engine room, which would, I imagine, would have been a steam engine of some sort. Oh, I don't know what that is. Somebody's put it there. Any ideas what that might be? Look back where I found it. So that was the engine room. It's a beautiful autumn day, slight breeze, not too hot. I haven't walked up here before. Looks like a nice spot to pitch a tent, but the sign says no camping, no fires, no cars. And while we're here, we'll have a look and see what the other sign says. Now, of course, no cars doesn't stop them, does it? Look at the tyre tracks. They've been driving in here and wheel spinning around the place. There's always that one person, usually more than one, that thinks the rules don't apply to them. So that's what it says. Well, I've got my own surveillance camera. And that's you guys. So I'm going to head back to the car now and drive up to, well, there's one spot I want to have a look at that I'm told there's a nice swimming hole, although it's a bit too cold for that today anyway. And I bought no towel or anything to dry off with. Half my stuff is still not packed up again from the trip up the Noosa River. So I'm carrying quite a bit in the pack. I haven't got any sleeping gear or anything like that, but it's still quite heavy with all the camera gear and bit of food and whatever. It's surprisingly heavy. But anyway, I've got a couple of spots I want to check out, and we'll see how we go, see if we find something interesting. I might find a spot to pitch a tarp for the night one time, but not tonight. We'll see how we go. Bye for now. Billbirds. They are tiny little things, and unless you're close to them, you won't see it unless it moves. The track here drops off to the side, right hand side. Not the place you want to go off the track. It's been quite a few years since I've been up here, and I've been travelling on this track for a lot longer than I remember I should have been to get to where I wanted to be. This has taken me a fair way west. I may end up doing a big loop and ending up back home. But anyway, I'm enjoying the drive. I don't know when this tree came down, but somebody's been and chopped it up. Anyway, I've got no recovery points, no bash plates, no means of getting myself out of a bog, so I've got to be very careful about what I do and where I go. I don't even have a radio in this car, not that you'd get any reception in here anyway. Anyway, I shall keep moving. I'll chat to you again soon. Bye for now. Well, I've just crossed this bridge. Can't remember, I think it's a concrete bridge, and well, there's a lot of mud over it at the moment. There's a little spot here you can pull over and park. You can get down that way to the creek, and I think this is the track I was looking for. I just don't remember it being quite so far to get here. It's taken a lot longer, and there's a couple of places where I went through bog holes. I was seriously worried. But you can sometimes judge by the firmness of the tyre tracks exiting the puddle as to how soft the bottom is. As you can see, there's a lot of mud on the bridge. And the story I heard was that if you follow this upstream, actually maybe this isn't the bridge now, because that way was upstream but the water's flowing the other way. As I said, it's been a long time since I've been up this way, so my memory's obviously not what it could be. Alright, there's a car coming, I better get out the way. Yeah, so as I was saying, it turns out there are two cars coming. You know, I'm fairly certain this is where I was supposed to be, but I was sure that when you follow the creek up that you're meant to be going upstream and that's flowing the other way. I could be wrong. Anyway, it's a really pretty spot. I don't really think I'll be able to walk upstream without actually walking in the creek either. And it's taken me a lot longer to get here than I thought, so I'm going to keep driving, and I'll stop and show you any other points of interest if I see them. So I'll just toddle back to my little Chinese Tonka toy now and do some more driving. Well, hello. Hope you can see me. It was an interesting day. I think I found the place I was looking for. Not as I remember it. It was a lot further to get there than I remember. And then when I finished, I kept going, following that track. This was after the last bit of video you saw. Last scene. I followed the track and had a rough idea where it went, but it's been a long time. Anyway, it brought me out on the Kilcoy-Mergen Road, so I ended up coming back through the outskirts of Kilcoy, and now I'm on the way back home, and I'm at a little place called Cruice Park, C-R-U-I-C-E. So some friends of mine, if I had time, I'd drop in to see some friends that just down the road here, but I'm quite tired, I want to get home. I've just made a cup of tea. I'll just show you this little bag my wife got me. So a little insulated bag. So I've got one of those frozen water bottles I took to on my last trip to keep my milk cold. Works a treat. Oop. I'm going to throw off the things on the floor. So yeah, things I forgot again. Excuse me 1 second. Yeah, things I forgot. Mosquito repellent. Because there were heaps where I stopped at that bridge. Whenever I want to tell you what things I've forgotten, I can't remember what things I've forgotten. There were 3 things, and then I can only remember 2, and now I can only remember 1. Oh yes, the mosquito repellent was one, my walking stick was the other, and I'm sure there was one other thing. Can't quite remember what that was. Anyway, the day wasn't a total loss. I got to see where a road goes that I'd never driven up before, and that was a lot of fun. Had a couple of moments of concern. As I say, this car is not really set up. People think you can buy a 4-wheel drive and just take it anywhere and go wherever you like. Well, you kind of can, but it's not quite that simple either. They don't come standard, some of them, with recovery points like that. That's places that are safe to take the strain of another car pulling you out of a bog hole, for example. This car, although it's the same model as my previous one, doesn't have all the add-on bits that I put on it, so I was very dubious about going through a couple of muddy spots. Being on my own and not having any recovery gear with me at all, I was a bit concerned, but anyway, got through everything okay. Bit of experience helped, and yeah, it's quite breezy here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I think this will be about it for this video. I'm going to head home after I've had my cup of tea and muesli bar. Just got a message from the wife saying she's going to be home soon. She's going to be up for the day with her mother. It's always something to do with plants with those two. Anyway, next video will be, I'm going to do a bit of a review on the tent I used on that last trip, on the trip up the river. And there was something else new that I was going to do a review on, and I've got a terrible memory, goldfish memory. Actually, a goldfish has a good memory compared to me. Anyway, I'll say goodbye for now, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.